Hello, Namaste. Welcome to the talk show of IndexTap Premier League. Today we have with us the champion of IPL Palghar. Yes, you guessed that right. It's none other than Mayfair Housing for their project Mayfair Virar Gardens. Let's hear from the man himself, Mr. Aditya Shah, about his journey in the real estate industry and a lot more about his project Mayfair Virar Gardens. Firstly, heartiest congratulations for your project Mayfair Virar Gardens. It has been on top of the charts for the first quarter of this financial year. How does it feel?
So first of all, thank you, Cheryl, for recognizing our project, and it came as a pleasant surprise to me that our project was on top of the charts. So yeah, it feels great, and it shows that our hard work is paying off. So thank you once again for recognizing this project.
You're welcome. Could you also run us through a little bit about your journey in the real estate industry?
Sure. So Mayfair Housing, as you may know, is a 58-year-old real estate company, and we are one of the most dependable real estate developers in MMR. The company was started by my grandfather in 1964. In 1982, my dad, Mr. Shah, joined my grandfather in Mayfair, and in 2015, I joined him. This 58-year journey has spanned over 4.5 million square feet of development, over 40 plus projects delivered in the MMR region. So yes, the journey has been long, tedious, but also great and a lot of fun. And we continue to deliver, and we hope to deliver on our commitments to our customers for many, many years to come.
So talking about your project Mayfair Virar Gardens, you guys have achieved exceptional sales numbers. What do you think were the planning and strategies that your team had to go through to achieve these great numbers?
Right. So basically what we thought of was we wanted to understand the customer better. Understanding the customer is not just understanding what the customer wants or the budget of the customer, but it's understanding the aspirations of a customer, what the customer is looking for in their first home.
Right.
So it's lifestyle amenities, it's a community living feel, it's having to come back to a happy home in a large gated community every day. I think that's what makes this a winner as a development.
So were the buyers moving around too much? Like what was like your field setting? I'm sure your pitch also must have been super engaging.
So I'll give you a little bit of an insight first before I tell you about the buyer. I'll give you an insight into what Mayfair Virar Gardens is. Mayfair Virar Gardens is a 22-acre mega in-city township. So what I mean by an in-city township is that it's 5 minutes away from the railway station, but it also boasts of being a 22-acre gated community. It's the largest gated community of Virar West.
Wow.
So when you talk about connectivity, it's 5 minutes away from the station. Of course, Virar station, as you know, connects to the Western Railway line.
Yes.
So it connects all the way to Mumbai city, right? So that's a big USP. It boasts of all the best lifestyle amenities one can dream of. And especially when a customer is buying a first home, or rather I would call them pride homes, because there should be pride in buying a first home.
Absolutely.
Right? So I would say that the lifestyle amenities entail one of the largest private clubhouses of the Vasai-Virar region.
Wow.
And this is what basically Virar Gardens is. It has a lot of amazing lifestyle retail. It has a great retail trinity, an amazing promenade. So, and a cluster of 40 amazingly well-built buildings with amazing quality. So that's what basically Mayfair Virar Gardens is. Coming to your question, does the customer move around? Of course, anything you buy, you want to buy a car, you want to buy a phone, you'll obviously do your research, right?
Yes.
So similarly, when the customer is buying real estate, of course they will look around. They'll look at all the competitors' projects, but where we have won is we've been able to put through to our customer what we are aiming to develop and what our vision for the project is. And I think a lot of our customers buy into that vision and they see this as their ideal first home.
And what were the challenges or obstacles that came your way? in achieving these exceptional numbers?
So I'll tell you, truly speaking, the challenge was, like I earlier mentioned, was to get into the mindset of the customer.
Right.
Getting into the mindset of the customer means that you have to understand his every need, not just his need, but the needs of his entire family. And this project is not only a solution for people living in the Virar Vasai region, but also people living in Palghar and in Mumbai, right? So what we've been able to do is we had to put in a lot of time into the development of the product, what exactly to build the product versus what we would price it at. So the challenge basically was, how do you build a product at the right price, so that it's affordable for the client, for the customer, and also it gives him his ideal home. So putting these two points together and making a development out of that was the biggest challenge, and I think that took us a long time to overcome.
Yeah, Mayfair is absolutely known for providing affordable homes of international quality in
Right.
Mumbai.
Yes.
What do you think were the top 3 USPs of Mayfair Virar Gardens apart from the location and infrastructure?
Right. So as you rightly said, we are known for providing homes. I wouldn't say affordable homes. Like I said, again, I would say pride homes. We are known for providing pride homes at a fair price. I wouldn't say they are cheaply priced, but they are fairly priced. So whenever the home is fairly priced and it's coupled with ease of buying, when you ensure that the customer has ease of buying it, he has a plethora of banks he can take his loans from or housing finance from, and you make it easy for the customer to buy, you make it easy and enable them to pick up this product. I think that's what's important. Speaking of the USPs, again, I'm mentioning it's one of the biggest USPs is it's a 22-acre mega in-city township, a gated community 5 minutes away from Virar railway station. So people even working in Andheri or BKC or Juhu or the further end of the city from where Virar is connectivity is very easy for these kind of customers. So one of those biggest USPs is the connectivity. So Virar as a location, as you know, is on the Western Line, and there are huge infrastructure developments coming in where Virar is at the heart of it. So going into the future, Virar is going to see huge appreciation. So that is another USP. And the third USP is the quality of development that we're doing and the delivery timelines. We always stick to our delivery timelines, and that is what is most important for a customer who's putting their hard-earned money into buying their dream home.
Absolutely. And I also believe this is your very first project in Virar, Mayfair Virar Gardens.
So it is our first project in Virar, but it's been going on for a very long time. We delivered phase 1 already, which was 900 apartments and around 100 retail shops. And now we've launched phase 2. And there is also something very exciting coming up again. We're launching a new category of homes soon. So I think that's something to look forward to. So yes, this is our first project, but it's not our last for sure in Virar.
Yeah. From a home buyer's perspective, Aditya, we just wanted to know what are the top 3 to 4 things a home buyer should keep in mind before investing in a property?
Right. So the top 3 to 4 things a home buyer should keep in mind is, number 1, the project is RERA registered. Number 2, the project timelines are in sync with what they are thinking of or when they want to move into their home. Number 3, the price is fair and right. Ensure they are not overpaying for the product. Number 4 is that finance should be easily available for the product they want to buy. And number 5 is, of course, look at lifestyle, look at amenities, look at your comfort in that project. And I think if you look at all these points put together, the customer should have a very smart decision to be made.
Also, there are a lot of challenges that a home buyer today has to go through. What do you think are the challenges that a home buyer faces today, according to you?
Challenges a home buyer, see, like I said before this, like if a home buyer looks at all these points and they always ensure that these few things are in place, and luckily with Mayfair Virar Gardens, all these things, or with Mayfair as a whole, all these things are always in place. They shouldn't face any such challenges. But if they don't do their due diligence and if they buy a property without the right knowledge of the property or what they're getting into, that could be a big challenge for them.
So one thing that we all were really fascinated about, and I'm sure our home buyers are also fascinated about, was the entire ideology behind the reverse clock.
Yes.
That was like something really amazing.
Yeah.
As soon as the clock struck that particular timeline, your projects were delivered even before that.
That's right.
How did you guys get this idea? I mean, it was wonderful.
So I think the entire credit for this goes to my father, Mr. Shah. He really believes in building trust in the customer, and I think this countdown clock has been a huge hit with our customers, our stakeholders, our financiers, basically everyone who is connected to the project. And when people see that time and again, one after the other, we're delivering projects on or before time, and this countdown clock is not just a facade or a marketing gimmick that we put up, but we actually adhere to it. I think that's what we were aiming for, and that's what we've been able to achieve over the last many years. So I think that's why the countdown clock is a very, very big aspect of all our developments.
Before moving on to the last segment, I would like to give our viewers a little introduction about what IndexTap is. IndexTap is India's first and only mobile application for our home buyers that provides authentic, accurate, and real-time registered transaction data just at your fingertips. You can discover the right inventory at the right price just at the click of a button. What do you think are your views on IndexTap, Aditya? How do you think it is going to benefit our home buyers today?
So I think IndexTap, like I said, IndexTap does everything that I just said in terms of educating the customer on the right product, on the right timelines, on the right kind of price, because you get to understand what are the prices the product is selling at, what is the velocity the product is selling at, and how much. So when you get to see the right price, when you get to see that a lot of people are trusting this product or trusting this customer, that's where IndexTap plays a big role. So I would encourage each and every customer or home buyer out there to definitely have IndexTap on their phones, laptops, screens, wherever, before buying a home or when they're venturing out to buy a home. I think it will be a big help for everybody.
Thank you, Aditya. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you for joining us on the IndexTap Premier League
Thank you
Talk
for having
Show.
me here, Cheryl, and thank you once again for recognizing our brand, recognizing our product, recognizing Mayfair Gardens as a project, and we hope to keep being there on top of the charts for many months to come.
And we also hope to host you again in the coming
Looking forward
quarters.
to it. Thank you.
Thank you.